silent majority. It's been too long. Welcome back to Hyperdimension Neptunia. Reverse. I'm your host, Lost Boss. In the last part, we finished with Station's doppelganger, and we did a little bit after that before entering Chapter 8. And I've since been doing a lot of stuff. My mom's birthday happened, and I am gotten everything down to this. So let's hope that we're now eligible to see the trending. If not, I'm gonna do New Game Plus at this point. That's a fair. That's as far as you go for. Oh, so you're back for more, Neptune. I only mess with Planetune and game industry like you want. And how will you stop me with you now being a normal human being? Are you forgetting us? The goddesses? So that's our Flora and Momus. This is gonna be a real pain. But we'll be fine with us and the CPUs, right? God, I gotta sneeze. Come on. Right, New? We'll cover for New. Yesy. We're going to avenge Nep. Not like she's dead. Compa? You're making it sound like I was killed by something back there. Yep, put that one up on the tally. Minor issues aside. That was minor. Indeed. We're all here now, so I think it's time for Momus to leave the stage. I couldn't agree more. And how will you defeat Momus? Well... Pull yourself together. If we defeat Momus in front of them... they should change their beliefs. We have sown the seed. All we must do now is grow it in battle. With blood.
Huh.
Yeah.
Looks like we finally got a tough one against us.
Have you ever had... Oh shit. Give me a sec.
Take care of this, okay?
I'm an idiot.
That took long. Take off. I'll end this. It's my turn.
Now I don't know if you or your families do this, but you ever have like the birthday weekend?
Anytime.
Like it's your birthday, like that week, sorta. That's kind of what happened this week for me with me and my mom.
It's my turn.
Like, I get it. It's your birthday.
I'll show you my sword skills as CPU of Blast Station.
But like that whole week I couldn't do like anything for like 3 days. I had Monday to myself, Tuesday was their birthday, and we had, what was it? We went to Patino's or something nearby, just like a restaurant nearby my house. We went there, then we came back. That was that for that day. That was that activity, and that lasted an hour. Then the next day, we planned a what do you call it?
This is the end.
What was it? We planned an escape room.
Who should I take on?
I'll admit, the escape room was tons of fun. It wasn't scary. It was just the fact that no one was being like an active communicator. In fact, those directional combo locks, like we were inputting it properly. We wasted like 20 minutes on that because it wasn't functioning properly. The guy came in and I looked at him do it. Up, down, left, right. That was it. And I'm like, are we missing a combination or something? We were doing something wrong, or it took too long to input the freaking thing. But damn, man, like that sucked. The rest of it, we did it with like 2 minutes to spare. We would have had like so much more time if we didn't, if it wasn't wasted on the directional combo lock.
How's that for the power
Christie's
of
bookmark.
the CPU of
I guess
Louis?
who's going? Guess who's getting that? I'll wait.
Yay! Good. Level.
Forgot to mention, I got increased item drops and found Super XP up. Well, XP up. So it was in the game, it's just in the Wii, and you have to, what you call it? Find it with this, with the Hidden Treasure Finder. Damn it! That thing was stronger than before. Why was it defeated? It should be more powerful than the goddesses. It looks like the seed has begun to blossom. What are you talking about? Easy. We spread word in each land that Overlord was just a hoax. Of course, not everyone believed, but still most civilians did. And it's all thanks to you for allowing us to be closer to our people. With the resistance on my side, in Louis, no way that thing wouldn't get weak. Through Lonlon's network, all Lonlons in the world are in support of the Lane Box. Just the Lonlons, by the way, just Lonlon. Every other person probably just supports the Overlord, or her. Play a half-half split. And I also did my part by spreading the word through my virtual community. Lonlon's network is #1. Older brother, I converted another believer of Momus. That makes it 50 for me. Well done. I just started my 500th thread of Momus doesn't exist myself. My lord. How big are these threads? Lady Virtue is thorough and Lady Virtue is thorough at doing what she does best. Sweet FA. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it with feeling. Nah, you do it with an iron fist. So what? As long as there are believers, Momos will revive infinitely. It seems as if it's just convenient. It seems as if just convincing our lands is not enough. Shoot, I thought we could get rid of it. Now it's your turn, Nep. Me? I don't think there are any other Neptunes here. Hold on, let me check. Oh, it was just me. But no one will believe me without me changing forms. I know Nep the most, so I'll prove to everyone Nep is a goddess. Compa. Okay. Neppy, good luck. We interrupt all programs for this special announcement. Stop fooling around. Where was stop fooling around? I was trying to hit triangle and hit square by accident. Stop fooling around, Nep. Ouchies. Next time you crack a joke like that, I'll stuff your face with eggplants. Jeez, first Noir, now IF. And I kind of agree. Oh, come on. I wasn't sure how to start off my speech. You get serious at the wrong points. Just talk like you normally do. Hey, it's me, your cute Nep. I'm your CPU, you know. Come on, trust me. Something like that. Oh, it's true. That sounded like Nep. Even line was like what Nep would say. That could be rephrased. I'll be so. I'm so sorry. That line can be rephrased. I'm not that kitty, am I? Hey, did you hear? That kid there is Lady Purple Heart. Seriously? Purple was that small? Really? I didn't say anything, yet they're believing what Iffy said. See that girl? I see that girl with the guild a lot. It really is her, isn't it? I recall seeing her, but she hasn't changed since I met her ages ago. For real? Like, seriously? She's so cute! And, like, so angelic. Are people in this land this gullible in you? Who was it that said Lady Purple Heart was beaten? Isn't that the same girl who keeps buying pudding from me? I can't believe people believe that. Yeah, the guys at the Basilicon meeting, the guy at the Basilicon, when she says, "Oh yes, I'm the CPU and therefore I demand the sword be used," it's like, no, this isn't a toy. The Basilicon didn't believe them, but the citizens do. That's kind of silly. We were worried here. We were worried here, but I guess there was nothing to worry about. Oh, it's getting a little purpley up in here. Not sure what's going on, but yeah, I feel like I can do anything now. Nep, I think you can. You're glowing. It's getting green too. Huh, Lever, the grasses are glowing too. What? What's happening? Is this... The share is resonating. Oh my god, this is like that anime trope where like the culmination of their spirits like kind of do a thing, except this is their share marketing thing. Resonating? They're pulling... this isn't a pull, this has happened in the anime, it's just like... This is like the first time, and then they had the anime. That's the only 2 times this has happened. It hasn't happened since. This is coming from everyone's faith towards the CPUs. Shares are originally based on people's prayers and faith. So why is Nep affected too? I thought Nep had lost her powers. I believe it's because the people have accepted Neptune as being a CPU. See, this kind of explains it. I love how it's just like, not even a throw on a line, it's just one sentence. Solved. Neptune, you should be able to become their CPU again. Okay. Now this is what the main character is supposed to be about. Hey everyone, I'm gonna change now, so take a good look. Hishi! HDD complete. Iffy, Nep transform again. It looks like she got a new costume too. Nice way to liven things up. Your presence has lit a fire within our souls. Sorry for the wait, everyone. That took you too freaking long. No fair, why are you in that new suit of yours? With the 4 goddesses now together, Momus can be defeated. Okay, let's lower the curtains on Momus. Here we go. Oh, another fight.
Final round, fight!
Yeah, taking time.
So, who wants to get beaten first?
Is it weak enough? Actually,
Take care of this, okay?
I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna attempt.
I'm ready anytime. Finally.
I'm gonna attempt to get this thing to like half HP or something.
I'll end this.
Trying to get it to unleash Gust X or something.
It's my turn.
It's wild. High slash. This thing has like 4 attacks. When it drops below half HP, it'll start using the other ones, and I want to see Gust X come out.
Take this. I'm ready anytime.
If anything, I'll make a new file, get to this point, and just record until it happens.
Here I
Wait, what was that? I also got Nintendo Online
It's
and
my turn.
got the free, what was it, those games. I'm now playing, in my spare time,
I'll slice anything.
Fire Emblem.
Got you. Gunblade. Didn't feel a thing.
Virus attack. Alright, let's see if we can get
My blow.
to
Who should I
activate the
take on?
effect. Let's go here.
Finally.
Alright, let's do this. Virus attack. Really? Hold on.
Take this. Who should I take on? Who's next to take this?
Okay, it's dead.
Did I
Sure
go
as
too hard
sight.
on my level? My power. Good. Level up. I think.
I think he has a tummy ache. Other than that, that's about it for this chapter, I think. We have Momus. We had Momus, and now we're gonna go to Celestia.
I can't believe you defeated Momus.
Overlord Momus is no more. Give it up, R4.
Don't get too excited defeating that shell of an overlord.
Overlord. Reminds me of my story that I'm writing.
Have you forgotten? I wield all 4 of your powers.
Those are just copies, and Nep has a new power now. Also, voice acting, thank God. I was planning to comment on that when I heard Momus roar.
You too seem oblivious to the fact that they are stronger than before.
Even up the score.
What do you mean?
Braver than the storm.
They were a proxy to the former goddess to oversee the people.
Power Rangers.
But with the prayers of the people seeking for them to be their CPUs, they have been reborn as goddesses entrusted by the people they protect.
Especially Nep.
It seems you have foiled yourself at the very end.
Ah, yes. Also, I love the term foiled. Like, back then it meant like you've, like you fooled yourself, you've turned yourself in, you've done this yourself. But then, like, modern day, if you talk about something being foiled, it's shiny. It's out in the open. It's a card game term. I guess that would also be like foiling yourself, like you've made yourself stand out.
Histoire. From what you said, it sounds like we were reborn as well.
I mean, you guys have gotten stronger. You guys haven't gotten, what's the word? New costumes.
Yes, you may not look different, but your powers have been fortified.
Ah.
Do you feel the power of the shares resonating stronger within you?
Alright, let's
Come
nuke
to
her.
think of it, it does feel like I'm sensing more power from my shares.
My dream. My goals. So close. I can't have this happen.
Just give up already. You have no chance against us, R4.
We'll see about that.
If you won't give up, then you leave me no choice. Ha! My weapon, it's shattered.
Impressive.
How fragile. No weapon can scathe me.
We need the legendary weapons.
Pull them out. Whoosh.
Move aside. We'll take care of her.
What? No, that's...
It may look different, but it's exactly what you think.
At a disadvantage, I see. I'll take my leave then.
What? Are you running?
She just pulled out her hammer, that's nothing.
Run? No. I'm simply giving you time to enjoy until the end of this war.
I'm a fool. What a laugh.
She ran away?
Ah, best character.
It seems as such.
Whew! Thank goodness. I was at my limit already in that form.
Welcome back, Nep Nep.
You are really cool out there.
Eh.
Really? If it made Compa happy, that's a reason I can transform too.
So good.
Now all that remains is R4. But what she said is concerning.
We need to head upstairs.
End of the world. Wait, let's rest a bit first before we go on.
Take a long rest.
I second Noir. I'd like to rest as well.
8 hours later.
Okay then, let's go back and have our victory pudding.
Wouldn't call it a victory unless we beat her. Yay, cleared it. Final chapter go. Ah, come on. How unexpected to see Momus defeated by the goddesses. And those weapons. They look different, but those are the legendary's weapons. How ironic that the very weapons that killed the goddesses are now in my way. No matter. I need not even lift a finger for the demise anyways. God damn it. Sorry. This looks like it's on an angle. They will perish along with the world. Ha 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 ha. I'm all full. Superb. Compa, more refills. Nip nip. That's your 5th bowl already. Aren't you full? I'm still growing, you know. I can go 3 more bowls. Okay then. I'll make you grow up by giving you a mound full. Yippee! She's going to Mound Town. I'm quite surprised and happy to see you all enjoying a meal together. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. My specialty, deep fry. Ify, you're the best. I'll squeeze some lemon on there. Squirt. The hell are you doing? Huh? I'm just squeezing lemon on the deep fry. Did you want to eat the lemon? Fully Cooley reference? Potentially. No, why are you squeezing lemon on? It's an insult to the deep fry. Whoa, that's the first time I've seen someone who doesn't add lemon. Half the enjoyment of the deep fry is the crunch. The lemon just dampens it. Really? I should prefer the tart from the lemon with the deep fry. I'll be honest, I don't care. My mom puts lemon, I don't, because I just don't want the lemon on it. It just feels weird. I've tried with lemon before and it's just like, I just taste lemon. That's it. It tastes good as is, but it can get a bit heavy on the palate. Shut your hole, you loner. You too, you old bag. Who are you calling a loner? We? Old bag. We're the same age. And to be told by a squirt like you, I'm gonna smack you down before the deep fry gets tainted anymore. Let's see it then. I will show you the regal purpose of lemon on deep fry. I don't give a shit. Vert us lemon supporters should face against Blonde. Why, yes, an alliance between Lanebox and Last Station. I'm a member. Neptune, are you a lemon lover? It is of no use to bring Neptune to your side. Neptune squeezing lemon earlier is a proof that she's on our side. It seems you are the real loner, Blonde. That's no proof. That's no proof Neptune is on the side of lemon. She may have squeezed in on to prevent argument between both sides. This rose because of you, bro. Are you stupid? Neptune always approaches things without thought. Oh yeah, maybe the broad was just confused. It's just me, I'm being bad mouth. You are. but in a oddly bad good way in a way. It's so stupid. So what's your stance, truly, Neptune? You don't usually put lemons, right? Don't be ridiculous. Lemons are the best on deep fry. I don't care as long as it tastes good. Ooh, the middle ground. And I kind of agree, but like, again, this is Nep. It doesn't matter. Ah! Eat! What? You're taking the middle ground? Maybe I just called that line. There's no such thing as naturally as neutrality in the eternal argument of deep fry. You just don't give a shit. That's what I do. Which means you can eat it without lemon, which means you're an enemy. Forget it. In the name of deep fry, I'll beat the crap out of y'all. Looks like the console war is going to start. Well, if it happens, it should be recorded as the deep fry war. That's one record I'd rather purge into darkness. Indeed. Indubitably. Nip, 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 nip. Welcome to Chapter 8, everybody! Oh boy. Hot-blooded muck. Hunter dress. Let's just grab all the stuff. Voyager. Cool. Double round. Fight. Slayer gives me a new weapon. Suki. Newsflash. Looks like Louis' shares reached a certain amount. Let me give you this plan as a reward. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Oh! Okay, so this is a post-game thing. Okie dokie. I was like, what? What are you giving me? A time rod. Nice. Okay, nothing upstairs. What about you? Look at this, Sheikah. Alright, what do you give me? Orbital. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Anything else before I continue on? Nope. Alright. Let's see. Anything new in last station, Louis? Got information in link box. Kotatsu Kid. Is Chapek a stationary? Chapche? How's about Machu Picchu? Potential Pokemon reference? That's about that. We complete the chapter. I'm going to go on for a little longer, but let's save first and see what's happening in here. That's post-game Kimizunana. Let's do that first. Let's plan for an item. Healing light. Oh my. Let me see the plan. Healing light. Shaking leaf. Ugh, I have to probably do that off the part. Let's see. SD card. Cool. Kampa's apartment. Now that we've eaten and bonded, I would like to start the meeting. I'm not sure about the bonding part. I guess a simple argument can become quite large when CPUs are involved. For being goddesses, that was quite childish, new. Now, about the whereabouts of our four. We can't seem to trace her. Are you sure you looked good? She looks fantastic, Neptune. Leave her alone. Unlike you wearing your parka hoodie and your hollow choker, whatever you call it. All the people in the land searched. I believe we did our due diligence. Unfortunate. And just when I wanted to go on the offensive. Ha 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 ha! I'm a fool and I burped in your face. What? That dry-aged laughter has got to be. Are you? It's Miss R4. Huh. At least she gets her name right. Denizens of the world, can you hear me? No? Put your mic up. Louder. Louder. And look at you. Yeah, it's just a fly. Huh? Where's R4? She's obviously using a mic or something. I believe her voice is being transmitted from Celestia. What gives you that idea? Well, it's being transmitted from where? Yeah, probably. Well, if you can't find it, obviously the next position to go is Celestia. I will use my power as God to rid the world beneath. For being pushed into the corner, she's sounding all high and mighty. Mighty haughty, whatever you said. Beware, who knows what means the pressure will resort to. Oh yeah. Whoa, what's going on? What just happened? It's an earthquake! This can't be. How horrible. It's stronger than an earthquake. It's the mist quake. Yes, yes. Start mumbling to yourself and explain what's going on. The Mistquake. It's from SNS. Probably my favorite anime ever. Next to DBZ. R4 is planning to make the four lands collide into each other. The pausing sounds like she's just like skipping her words. What? Is that even possible? With R4's power now? It is certainly possible. Planetoon is going to be destroyed. Planetoon, Louis, Last Nation, Leave Marks. They're all in danger. I'm surprised you don't have a planet with starting with the letter L to go with the whole planetary thing that the Sega consoles were named after. Just so we can have an L. We only have L's and a P, and it's like, why P? You couldn't come up with an L word for planet? Well, not planet. I mean, for like Neptune, you couldn't come up with an L word for it. Or world or whatever. This isn't good. We've got to do something about it. Well, we better head to Celestia and beat R4 up for good then. That seems to be the only approach. Let us go to Celestia right away. But what do you do to... But how do we get to Celestia? Come to think of it, I don't think we've been there before. There's a gate that the CPUs can use in the Basilicon. Let's head to one now. I like how Histoire gave that information. Alright, so now that we got through that, I'm going to save one more time. Whoa. No, cancel. So yeah, I've been playing a bit of Final Fire Emblem Blazing Sword on the virtual console. It's a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of fun. Can't wait to let's play it. What's up, buddy? Been a while, hasn't it? Oh, you! Yep, me, Purple Lore. Left the chat, but I gotta go to Celestia pronto. Stop fooling around and hurry on ahead. I am with you, IF. This is the gate connecting Celestia to the land. Who would have thought that if the Silicon had such a setup? We don't have much time. Now everyone, go into the device over here. It's super tight in here. Hey look, a pair of white lumpy balls of yarn in front of my eyes. Huh? Then please don't move around. Please endure it. IF, can you squeeze a bit more? Like this? A little more. Just one more person's worth. One more? That's a little too... Oh my god. Well then, I'll just hug your feet into me. Oh, Ladybird. Your breasts, my face. Oh, don't be shy. It's not like a guy and girl thing there. It's not like a guy and girl thing here. And since it's you, a special extra hug from me to you. Squeeze. Lord of the so happy. Oh no! Falcon was there and said nothing. Can you hurry, Istor? I can't stand the pinkish aura in here. You mean Taken? She's fine. Let her be. Squishing you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Transport. Celestia, here we come. Yeah. Nothing happened. Squeeze. I never need to just... That's odd. Let me see what's wrong. Fit out, fit in. Thank you for waiting. So, what's the verdict? Malfunction on the equipment or something? Looks like Celestia has denied access. What? That means we can't get to Celestia. Not true. We have the legendary weapon. Something's gotta come from that. Now that's a problem. Is there any other way to get to Celestia? Maybe plane or helicopter? That's not possible. Without means to get to Celestia? Where did it end? Is everyone going to die? Isn't there anything we can do? It looks like we have our first victim, you. On the contrary, look at the face. So calm and full of happiness. I can't believe it. If he is already dead, or at least she looks like it. I noticed that you're having problems. Yeah, our lolly-loving savior has cometh. You work here, right? Can you help us get the Celestia? We don't have much time. Well, if the gate can't be used, why not use what the quartet used? The Rainbow Bridge. Why, yes, how could I have forgotten? History? What's this about a reindeer bridge? Rainbow Bridge? More like Rainbow Road. Is the path that the quartet set leading to Celestia? That sounds too good to be true. With the legend of the quartet as truth, this must be factual as well. The problem is whether it can still be used. We have prepared for its activation. All we need now are the keys. Keys? I'd like to give this to the no. Lady Purpleheart. Ooh, You're gonna give me something? Thanks. Kappa, look, look! It's got a cool looking sword. I got a cool looking sword. Wow. Very cool looking. It looks strong. The key to activate the path are the quartet's weapons. I heard they're needed to defeat the enemy, so I had it ready for you. So this is a replica. This is the real Trinity Blade? Huh? Looks different compared to the replica. Well, it was hundreds of years old, so it needed a revamp. Wait, you can't mean... We crafted the weapon for Lady Purple Heart. That's why it looks different. Exactly. Now that it is new, we would like Our Lady to rename the weapon. A name worthy for a weapon to save our world and game industry. Isn't game industry just the same thing? Well, how about Master Blade Neptune? It's the Master Sword from Zelda, of course. The stupid thing here is that that's a Last Station kind of weapon because it's from Zelda Last Station Link. So why is it here? I guess they want to make her feel important. Excuse me for saying this, but I don't think that's proper. Using your name for the weapon you use. How tacky. I don't sense any inspiration at all. I agree. Using your name on a weapon? Unheard of, even in video games. I think there was one. Whoa, settle down, compa. The name sounds cool, right? I know you thought hard about the name, but it isn't too even betrayed by compa. Don't fret, I'll name the weapon for you, Nep. Neffy? Let's see, Nep-like, with a Planetune theme. I got it. Instead of Trinity Blade, we'll call it the Holy Fang Blade. I like it. I appreciate the thought, but that sounds pretty bad, too. Actually sounds kind of fine. The Holy Fangs of Justice, masticating evil. I like it. She even called her a line. I guess it does sound better than putting your name on it. I like it too. Iffy has that feel of an ultimate weapon. Or you could just call it Ultimate Weapon. Or Ultima Weapon. You can even call it like Omega Blade. Ah, that sounds cool, Omega Blade. And its counter, the Alpha Blade. You're kidding, but Master Blade Neptune sounds way cooler, right? Nah, that sounds plain as fuck. The name Iffy came up with was much better. No! So by unanimous decision, we'll call the weapon Holy Fang Blade. Yes! Holy Fang Blade received. I like it.
This here is the ruins, where the path to Celestia can be opened.
Voice acting.
But it's a dead end. How do we get to Celestia?
There are slots on the wall, so the weapons need to be placed here?
Presumably. I believe they act as keys to opening the way to Celestia.
Wait a sec. If the weapons are the keys, then...
Yes. Now that they have all changed form, they...
Oh no. Is there another way to get there then, Misty?
They won't fit.
Sadly, no. But the ruins can function, so we just need a way to activate it.
Alright, well, they're gonna have to like bend and shape the weapons to the slots. Sounds...
Easy then. We just have to force them in.
That's impossible.
How about widening the slots so that the shapes fit?
That works too.
Well, if you're gonna make them bigger, leave it to me.
You're just gonna punch a hole through the wall second. I love you, but like you gotta pull back on this one.
No, wait. You'll break the wall.
The fourth wall.
Well, I suppose we have no choice but to force them in.
Exactly.
We'll never know until we try, right?
I suppose. But please be careful that you don't break anything.
No problem. Isty, you worry too much.
I'm actually worried most about you, Neptune.
I agree.
Well then, please place the weapons as I say. First, place the spear to the east wall.
Oh, me.
No, I'm talking about the original form, so that would be blonde.
My, I jumped a bit too early there. I did it, Istawar.
I thought I heard a strange sound just now.
Can you imagine if this was animated, right? We see a wall with the weapon, the original forms of the weapons on it, and then each of the goddesses are like bending and shaping weapons. I would love to someone animate that just so Shadiversity can like critique how lame this looks and how like mortified he'd be to see these weapons misshapen into the carvings on the wall so that the bridge can open. I just want to see his I would just want to see his reaction. It's like, it's not supposed to do that. You're clearly not supposed to do that. It's just, this scene is supposed to be comedically funny. It'd be a shame if it wasn't animated to an extent where we see the goddesses putting them in and then having Shad just react to that.
It's your imagination.
Why are you looking away from me?
Because she knows she's done something wrong.
Anyway,
Such a woman.
next, to the south wall, the dual revolver.
It was a dual revolver? It was two? I thought it was one.
My turn! How should I get this to fit the shape of a revolver?
Yours is like a rapier or something? So, yeah?
Noir? As I mentioned before, please be sure not to break anything.
I mean, if the gun was shaped like this, and you put the handle like this, it could probably fit.
No problem. All I'll do is place the hilt here. See? Perfect.
Wow, that's dangerous with the blade jutting out of the wall. Fine.
There's a blade on the end of her... oh, right. It's the blade of her weapon.
Next, to the west wall, the wisdom bow.
I thought as much so. See? I already have it in, and it matches perfect.
So she took her lance and made it in the shape of a bow.
What? Vert, what are you doing?
I just bent the spear so that it's in the shape of a bow. Why?
Whoa. It's like creaking. It looks like it's about to break.
God. If Shad could see this, he'd probably freak.
I'm the last one.
I mean, I'd freak at this. Like seeing these weapons misshapen into their slots.
Neptune, please be very careful that you not break anything.
Guess what?
Okie dokie. I won't break the wall like Blonde, or the weapon like Vert. See? I already carved the edges of the wall so the sword can fit.
Ah, the sacred walls of the ruins. Carved.
I mean, it was still a sword, so... Wait, if it was still... Shouldn't it just be the same proportions and just fit in? That makes no sense.
You're the worst, Nip.
I agree. But, like, in my head it's like, it's the same kind of the sword, it's just a different design now, so... Like, what's the problem here?
I guess what's done is now. Let's create the path to Celestia.
Finally! I can't wait.
Ifilazaz Haizizarak. Ifilazaz Haizarak.
Ancients, open the seal of the path into Celestia.
I think mimicking Sacred Rings would have been a good shot here.
A shooting star is shooting into the skies.
Like I said, Seven Rings, not being played, but the summoning of Ifrit or the summoning of Sonic from Black Knight would have probably fit here, or something similar.
Look! There's a rainbow path after the shooting star. It's so pretty.
Cool. What does Iffy say?
Sincerely like a shooting star Bifrost.
Question, what the fuck is that? This sounds like a line in another series. I have genuinely no idea what this is from. Either that or it's a reference to itself, in which case nothing's clued me in here.
Now the path to Celestia is open. Thank goodness.
Okay, grab your weapons.
Let's go, everyone. To save game industry. To Celestia we depart.
Right!
Hey, cuz. Oh, that was odd. I'm gonna save real quick, and I just want to check out what's left in Planetary. Oh, we got stuff here. What else do we get? We got a new dungeon. Giant Island. And Mini Island. Okay. Do we have anything else to do here? Alright, anything new in Planetary Louis last station? Nothing. Alright, real quick, I'll save one more time. I'll enter... Actually... Huh... I don't know if I want to take these quests. Well, they're all in there. Tell you what, I'll take these quests. I'll take these quests into Celestia, and before the next part happens, I'll see if I need to complete them at all. I'll see you guys next time. I'll call this a part here. Till next time. Okay? Ciao.